Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Rebecca Similane. If you are new to my channel, please do the honors and subscribe, and if you are already a subscriber, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Do your thing, keep on, Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. It's from sick of Similane, it's from sick of Similane. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. It's from sick of Similane, it's from sick of Similane, yeah. Now keep on hustling, hustling. Gotta put the work, gotta grind, yeah. It's Roseka Similane, yeah. Follow and subscribe if you wanna. Do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. Now do your thing, keep on hustling, keep on hustling, keep on hustling. It's Roseka Similane, it's Roseka Similane, yeah.
In today's video, we are doing content for the job seekers of 2022, and I'm going to be sharing 10 tips of how you can secure a good job. So please guys, this is a very summarized version. I'd like you guys to go research further, and then every point that I'm gonna mention and you need to know more about, please go to the internet, go on YouTube and click that specific point so that you can learn more about it and understand it more. Because here I'm just mentioning points like I always do, explaining a little bit, but you might need to know a little bit more. And also, as a job seeker, it is your job. It is your job to research how you can better yourself so that you can be ready for whatever job it is that you're looking for. Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that it's not only about you waking up and being like, I need a job, I'm going to apply for a job. You need to be the best version of yourself in order to secure the job that you need. So these points, I hope, are going to assist you in becoming that. And also, I hope after watching this video, you're going to go further in research and research most of the point and just get to understand them in depth, okay? So without further wasting your time, number one is volunteer. I know this is going to be so difficult for a lot of people who need money, you know, like there are people who are looking for work because they need money right now, and volunteering doesn't pay, so that is going to be a bit tricky. But if you are in a position that you are not so desperate for work, please kindly volunteer. There's a lot of benefits that come with volunteering. Number one, if you've never worked a day in your life, this will help you learn how the workplace is. You will learn the structures, you will learn how to work with people, you will learn some team building tips, you will get to network with a lot of people. Guys, in a workplace, people are watching. In a workplace, your bosses, management, and everyone is watching. There's a very high possibility that you might score yourself a position in that company you are volunteering in. There's a position that someone in that company might recommend you to another branch, or someone might even recommend you to another company, or a friend of a friend has company. It's a very good space to network and learn how to do work. And it's also good because you can also come back and add that to your CV. So please volunteer. If you are not in a position to volunteer because of circumstantial reasons, it is totally understandable. You can skip this step, but if you can, kindly please volunteer. It will do you a lot of good, especially with companies that do a lot of practical work. You get to also learn skills. Yes, sometimes you'll volunteer in a company and realize after volunteering, you know what, I don't need a job, I want to start my own company because I learned 1, 2, 3. So number one, if you are in a position where you can volunteer, please kindly volunteer. Do some voluntary work, volunteer on organization. You know, if you want to be a teacher, example, you have the qualification. There are a lot of organizations that work with schools and kids. Please go into those organizations and volunteer. Research whatever field it is that you want to go to. There are a lot of programs and organizations that offer positions for volunteers so that you can learn a lot and stand a chance of being recommended. Number two, update your CV. It is very important for you to go back and update your CV. Your CV has to be up to date always. Make sure that your references are traceable and they are also good. It is so important because now if you don't update your CV, a lot of people will have questions like, what were you doing all of these years? What were you doing? And then if you come back on an interview, now you're going to mention things that you didn't even have on your CV. It's raising eyebrows like, Are you sure you did everything that you said you did? So please update your CV always. Every time after completing something, just come back and update your CV. And also, with completing something, please don't start things and leave halfway, because now you can't add that to your CV. It's like you never did it. You cannot start a learnership and leave it halfway. You cannot now go and update it on your CV and be like, I did a learnership that was supposed to last for 12 months, but I only did 3 months. You know, you can't do that. So try by all means that whatever it is that you start, you finish it so that you can come back and add it to your CV. If you don't finish it, you cannot add it, because now it's going to cause you some complications. You can't start a qualification at varsity and leave halfway and think you can put it on your CV, because now you don't have the qualification for it. You know, you didn't complete it, and that is not good for you. So please, whatever it is that you start, you need to finish it. And also, don't forget to update your CV and put traceable references. Thank you. Number 3, research the companies that you'd like to work with. Guys, you know, when I was working for this other retail company at Mainland Mall. I won't mention the name. If you know, you know. But also, like, you know, so while I was working there, I realized that their problem was stock loss. Like, their biggest problem was stock loss. So now, when I say research companies before you go, and research doesn't only mean sitting down on the internet, because most of the times you won't even find their challenges on the internet. Who posts their challenges on the internet for competitors to see? But you can have friends who work in retail and ask them, okay, Mngani, what are you guys struggling with? What are your challenges? This helps you that when you're preparing for interviews to go, when you're applying for jobs in those companies and preparing for your interviews, you get to fill that in also. How am I going to assist in challenges like this? You know, because it's so important. If I knew before I worked there that they needed they were struggling with stock loss, for sure I was gonna prepare something, you know, a little bit of research about how we can prevent stock loss. And when I get there, talk also about that. Okay, so I also have like strategies and plans on how we can prevent stock loss, blah blah blah. It is so helpful. Like, it helps you and it makes you stand a chance to get in, because, like, you know, a lot of companies want to hire people who are not only going to be part of the team, but also people who know what they're doing, people who are well informed, and people who are going to help the company grow. You cannot go there and now also be part of the problem. So you need to know what companies are struggling with before you go in. Having a qualification only doesn't guarantee you'll have the job. They want to know how you think by yourself. I don't know of other challenges that other companies are struggling with, but if you research and ask your friends who are in those industries and whatever, you get to understand, okay, so while preparing for my interview, these are the points that I must add. This is something that I must say in order to stand out from other applicants, to show that I'm well informed of the company. I know what the company is about and I know their struggles, and this is how I'm coming to assist the company. Don't you stand a higher chance to get in like that? You do. Oh my god, my hairline. You do. And number 4, watch content on YouTube that will grow your mental capacity, like my channel, child. So guys, it is so important that you watch things on YouTube that are going to help you grow your mental capacity. You know, like, I feel like the more you watch positive things and the more you watch tips on how to, you get to stand a greater chance in growing your mental capacity and how you think, and you get to reason differently. And also, this will help you when you go for interviews, because now you start to think different. Other people stimulate your brain to think different. You know, I started watching Financial Bunny to learn more about money, and other channels about growth. I watch things about mental health. I watch things about spiritual awakening. You need to watch a lot of content that is positive and that will help you grow as a person, because the more you watch those things, it's the more you grow, and it's the more your reasoning becomes better. You are now able to think out of the box, and that helps you when you are in job interviews, because sometimes people don't like it when you just, like, you know, answer like you are a machine, you know, answer things that are already in the internet. People want to know you and how you think. So watching positive videos about money, videos about good things, you are able to reason better. Yo guys, YouTube is important. YouTube is so important for your personal growth. Well, it depends on what you're watching. Please go on and watch things that are going to help you grow as a person, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You need to watch content that is good for you and your health, good for you and your growth. If you are a job seeker, you need to go onto YouTube. Just sit down for an hour, watch things about how to secure jobs. You know, the more you watch is the more you get questions, and it's the more you go and now to your search bar to click more specific questions that you need to know. This will also help you prepare for your interview interviews, because the more you hear other people talking, giving you advice and talking about their experiences, is the more you are able to learn and become a better person as a whole. You need that kind of growth and mental capacity for you to sit down at an interview and score a job. You don't just wake up in the morning and be like, Mara, I know myself and I know English, I'm gonna score this job naganjan. It doesn't work like that. You need to sit down, research, do a lot of research about job seekers, about what companies are looking for, about other people's experiences. There are a lot of people who started YouTube channels for those reasons. People are sharing their stories, their journeys, their experiences, and you need to watch those so that you don't make the same mistakes, so that you learn from them and you are able to excel like them. How can you be like, yo, I wanna save money like Dinyiko Ngobeni, and you don't even watch her content? How do you know what she's doing? You need to go on to their YouTube channels and watch and learn and listen and apply, so that you can be a better person yourself, so that you can be ready for whatever opportunity that comes and knocks at your door. Number 5, take seasonal jobs, because they could also lead to greater opportunities or even a permanent position. Okay guys, so seasonal jobs are those jobs that comes out in seasons. Obviously, mostly we know of like the festive seasons job. Sometimes people be like, no, I don't want anything temporary, so I'm just gonna wait until I find something that is more permanent. Seasonal jobs are so helpful, guys. As I'm going to repeat this point so many times, when you are working within a company, people are watching you. You're not just working by yourself. They won't come and tell you, we're watching you, and we see most of them don't even tell you, but trust me, they're watching you. So you might land a seasonal job and end up permanent at that job because they like you or they like your work ethic. And also you get to learn a lot. Like, you get to learn the structures of companies. You know, I only worked at like a retail store. Okay, I worked at 2, but my second one I worked for like, I think it was less than 6 months. I think I worked for 5 months, but I learned so much, so much, because I was paying attention to everything that was happening around me. I got to see that there is so much growth within retail companies. A lot of people be like, retail, I can never be a cashier, I can never be whatever. Guys, companies release internships. When you are inside, you even stand greater chances of getting to those opportunities. There's growth, there's promotions. A lot of companies don't believe in people working the same position for many years. So when you are inside, there are books that you read and then go to the next level, and then they teach you different things. You might end up as a store manager, you might end up somewhere with a better position. They are so helpful. There is no such thing, hey, there is no growth in retail. People who don't grow in retail don't want to grow. But if you put your mind into growth and you say, you know what, I want to grow, you are going to grow. And there is no way you're going to know about those things from the outside. So please accept those seasonal jobs and work and learn the environment and know it. Because now, if it's just a seasonal job, imagine you work for like a month or 2, because that's mostly how long festive season jobs last. After then, you now have experience. You can now put it on your CV that I was working at so and so and the job ended because obviously my contract ended. But also now you have experience. Now you know what to do when you get to a new job. Now you know how to answer questions at your interviews because you have experience. So please take whatever it is that comes into your way so that you can grow. Make it personal to you. Don't make it about the job. Don't go there thinking, I don't even want to do this. I don't want to be. You know, I used to work at Ruth's Butchery. My first job was working at Ruth's Butchery. Guys, I'm basket. Yes, I was washing baskets. You know, I literally they'd make me wash baskets by the door where everyone enters and sees me. Guys, I was working locally, guys, but I used to wash them. I was just like, you know what? I'm here to learn and I'm going to learn everything that I need to learn. One day I want to own my own company and I want to be that boss. I know what I'm doing because I started there. I don't want to be telling people to do things that I even never got to do. So I used to wash those baskets. I would wash them. It was cold. People I went to school with would pass me and be like, child, she now washing baskets. I'm like, yes, child, I'm washing baskets. So what? I was learning, you know, so do whatever it takes. Every opportunity that you get, use it to learn. It doesn't matter if they're telling you to mop the floor and you're at retail and you're like, why are other cashiers busy there by the desk and me now I must mop the floor? Mop that floor. Mop it clean and enjoy it. Do whatever it takes for you to learn. You're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for them. Tomorrow your reference is going to be so beautiful because you might not get a job there. You might not get a permanent position there, but they will definitely recommend you and that will pay off. So do not go to a workplace angry thinking I didn't even want this. Use that opportunity to learn. Number 6. Do not judge a workplace before you go in, because there is a lot that you might learn inside. This is the same point. This is a similar point to the one that I was mentioning, guys. You know, a lot of people will be like, I mean, I'm sebenza as a retail, hey, I'm a cashier, hey, what, guys, I'm gonna repeat it, especially with clothing stores. I don't know about food stores, because where I used to work, the first one, I don't want to mention the name, I don't think there was so much growth except for, you know, learning practical things inside the job. But like when it comes to growth, I'm not really sure. But I do know about clothing retail stores that there is a lot of growth, guys. You learn so much. They teach you a lot of things. They teach you so much things, and then you'd even sit down and be like, Batung, I wasn't expecting to learn this here. So please take those opportunities. Don't judge it. Don't be like, now I'm looking for this type of job, I'm not looking for this one. Take that opportunity to learn. Go inside and see how it goes. Go inside and see the structures. Go inside and learn how it is to work, how it feels to be in a workplace, how it feels to work with other people. It is very important. You can't sit back and judge something that you've never been into. I also used to judge retail stores. Like I used to be like, no ways, me, I don't want people who I went to school with to see me. But I've learned so much, guys. I'm back here and I'm like, you know what, I learned so much. I learned lessons that I'm going to apply also in my own company. So please take those opportunities and use them wisely. Don't sit down and judge and whatever. You need to go inside, and when you get there, don't even be like, my friend has been working in retail for so many years and she still hasn't done anything. Some people are just not willing. But go in there and be a willing person. Be willing to learn, be willing to move, and be willing to fight for those promotions, because you are definitely going to get promoted if you put your mind into it, and you're going to end up somewhere you were not even expecting to end up within a retail store. Number 7, apply for learnerships in retail stores. There is so much growth. I know I've been talking so much about retail stores. That's because I've worked in retail and I feel like I understand it better now, you know, than any other company, because I haven't worked for other companies. But also I want to mention that if you are sitting at home and there's currently nothing to do, please, when they open for learnerships and internships in stores, go take them and go inside and work. There is so much room for growth in retail, guys. There is so much room for growth. You just have to be willing. You just have to be willing to learn. When it comes to those learnerships, and I don't know about internships, but I think it's pretty much the same thing. When it comes to those learnerships, you get to learn like every part of the store. By the time you complete, you know the whole store. That means now you can even go and apply for managerial positions in other stores. You know, you can apply to be a supervisor or apply for permanent positions, because you've now completed a learnership in that store. Completing that learnership means you now know each and every part of the store, because that's what they teach you. They're literally going to switch positions and put you there, and give you the books to learn. And at the end, you also get a certificate, something more to add to your CV. Please take those opportunities and apply for those learnerships when they open in retail stores or anywhere else in any company. Take those opportunities to learn. Learnerships are so important because now they treat you as a priority more than someone who's there for casual work. You are like a student, so they have to go with the protocol. If it says you're only supposed to work at the desk for 2 months, that's what's going to happen. After 2 months, they're going to move you to a different place. Unlike someone who's just there for, like, you know, who's a casual employee, because they're just working, you know. They will grow, but they're just working. You stand a greater chance of learning a lot of things. You even get a certificate at the end. You can apply for a better job that you're looking for if retail is not what you wanted. Number 8 is be kind, guys. Be kind to people. You know, so the second job that I landed at a retail store, let me tell you guys how I found it. So I was working at Roots Butchery. I was working as a cashier at the till, and I was helping this woman. We were just laughing, you know. We were talking, and she was like, dude, don't you want a job? I'm like, job? I do want a job. What kind of job is this? And then she was like, come to this store at Mainland and come and say you're looking for 1, 2, 3. You know, she said I must come and look for her. I was like, who's that person? She's like, it's her. I'm like, okay. I didn't ask a lot of questions. I just went home and told my mom, I'm like, someone offered me a job, so now I must go to Main Lane to look for this lady. I went there, guys, and I really did land my job. Not via connections, obviously. I had to submit my CV. I had to come back for the interview, and she was not there during my interview. So I'm just saying this so that you guys don't think it's favors. And then I passed my interview. Firstly, I went in for the test. I went in for the interview, and then I went in for, was it a second? I don't think there was a second interview. No, there was no second interview. I just went in to sign my papers, and then I got in. So that is just me trying to tell you guys that, you know, when you are kind, like, So you guys, we don't know who we talk to, guys, especially when you're talking to a stranger. You don't know what the other person is doing. So when you are kind, someone else you might be lucky. Someone offers you something. Someone be like, yo, yes, I love your attitude. Can I offer you a job? Yo, yes, I love the way you are. Can I please have your number? Or so be nice, because you never know who God sent to your life to come and help you. Sometimes you are mean to people who are there in your life to come and make your life better. So always try your best to be nice to everyone, whether you're doing shopping, whether you are at the park, whether you're just walking in the road, whether you're in a taxi. Don't look down on people. Be nice, be kind, help where you can. You never know how that is going to come back to you. And number 9, go and drop your CVs door to door. I feel like a lot of people believe in applying for jobs online now, and I'm not against that, because a lot of companies are actually now only taking CVs online. But also, guys, it is so important that you also go drop your CVs door to door, because that helps you learn. After dropping this CV, whatever that person is going to say to you, now you get to, like, you first of all, you get used to it. You get used to interacting people when you get there. You get used to, okay, I'm gonna find someone and I'm gonna talk to them. Communicate with them. When you get there, don't just drop your CV and be like, hi, I'm here to drop my CV, and then be like, okay, put it there, and then you leave. You must ask questions. Hi, I wanted to ask if you guys are hiring. They will tell you, no, we're not hiring. And ask, when do you think you guys will be hiring, so that I can come back and drop my CV around that time. Most people would be kind enough to tell you, around March, come back around March. If you come back around March and you ask them their name, okay, when you come back around March, you ask for Katlego, you be like, hi Katlego, it's Letitia, you remember me? I came 2 months ago and I asked when you guys would be hiring. You said around this time, so I'm here to ask if you guys are hiring yet. And then Katlego will say, no, unfortunately, Letitia, we just hired last week and we're not hiring anymore. And you're like, okay, when are you going to be hiring again? Then be like, okay, try us after 3 months. You come back, you look for the same Katlego. This makes Katlego to know you. Katlego gets used to you. Next time, she or he might ask for your number so that he can call you when they're hiring. Or they will expect you, so and so is coming and I must save a space for so and so. Like, you get to create a relationship with those people who are taking in CVs before you are even inside the job. That helps. Like, it helps your name is stuck. Your name or your face gets stuck in their head so that they know you. You understand what I'm saying? And number 10, prepare thoroughly for your interviews. Guys, it is so important that you prepare for your interviews. I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, no, I researched in 2 minutes. You need to sit down and prepare. You need to write down questions that are not even on the internet, or questions that are on the internet, but you now must think like an employer when you write down those questions and answer them to the fullest. Don't answer one word. You must justify, you must explain your answer. When they ask you, okay, so what do you think of stock loss? Don't be like, stock loss is very bad because it bankrupts the company. Speak about why stock loss is bad and how you can assist in preventing stock loss. You understand? So you need to prepare. You need to research about the company that you're going to be working at. You need to find maybe someone who works at a similar job and ask them questions. Okay, Chomi, so what do you what do you so that you can understand better, you can understand the company better, so that when you go there, you answer the interview like you're actually there for a promotion instead. So that's it with today's video, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you are going to take control of 2022 and remember that I know you're looking for a job, but everything else about this year, it is about you. It is about you growing. It is about you learning, and it is about you taking charge. It's not only about companies hiring you. You need to remember that no matter what kind of a job you are looking for, it is not about that job, but it's about you becoming a greater person. It's about you becoming a better person, a better employee, a better business owner, a better partner, and a better citizen as a whole. So please go do further research. I know that we are all in different industries and we're all looking for different jobs. I hope my points, as much as I spoke a lot about retail, I know I was speaking a lot about retail, but I hope that you are able to take the advice about retail and apply it in your own respective industry so that you can learn. Remember that it's about you more than anything. It's about you learning. It's about bettering yourself, your mental capacity, the way you think, the way you see the world, and the way you see things. So please take this opportunity and go research further. It is very important that you go now and click on some different videos on YouTube that are also going to help you understand the points better. Go onto Google and research some more. Everything is there for you. You just need to sit down and dedicate that time to yourself. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel and help me reach 500 subscribers. We are almost there, people.